Welcome to High School Sports on the Harford Cable Network. I'm Don Morrison. Tonight, we're at Harford Christian School. It's a battle between non-league opponents, the Bel Air Bobcats taking on the Harford Christian Eagles. Alex Darko, the Bel Air Bobcats, off to a good start. You're 1-3, but really that's a little deceiving because you've been in every game.
We have. We've had some close games, playing some tough teams really tight. So we're looking to clean up a couple things and start off the new year right.
Got a couple of nice little transfers coming in that makes you a little bit happier, I think.
Absolutely. It's always good to have, and it's good to have a rim protector and go-to guy. So we're excited for both our transfers.
Bit of an unusual matchup, Harford Christian, not a school that most of the public schools play. Why do you play Harford Christian? This is the second year, at least I know of, that you played them.
Correct. We played each other last year at Bel Air, and hats off to Coach Akers for what he's done for the basketball program here. So much respect to him. He wants to make their program better and play some of the county schools, and why not? So I think it's a good experience for both teams.
Neat gym here. It's like the old throwback kind of gym, almost a bandbox look. Although the court itself is, regulation, the bleachers and the closeness, it just makes it kind of unique.
I love it actually. It's if you haven't been here, you should come and check out a game. I like the atmosphere. So.
Looking at tonight's game, what do you have to do to win?
We have to play our game. I mean, we have to, win every 50-50 ball. We have to control the boards, execute on offense, hit our free throws, and control our turnovers as much as possible, and play hard defense.
Alex, hang with me a second. Let's turn over and talk to Brian. A great thing here, the Harford Christian, what they've done. A very small school. You've got, maybe 25 kids in your senior class.
Yeah.
How do you put together a program every year?
Well, we have a middle school team, so we start in 6th grade. So the key thing is teaching them basketball early on, and use our skill as coaches to develop their fundamentals. And then we're blessed with many kids who want to work hard year round, and that really helps us develop the kid inside and outside.
Brian, you are native here to Harford County, also a graduate of Harford Christian School, 1985, so you've been invested in this program as the girls coach for many years, JV coach, and now the varsity coach.
Yeah, this is my 3rd year doing boys varsity. It's been an exciting transition. We had first year was a little rough, but then second and this year has been great. It's an honor to play Bel Air tonight. That's the school my father went to. So Bel Air was the only high school with North Harford back in the day.
And defending champions in the MACAS, so you have to, again, look at that as a goal. Playing Bel Air tonight, a good measure of how far you've come.
Absolutely. Last year, when we played Bel Air, 7 of our 8 players were seniors. This year, we're rebuilding overall. We have good size, we have good guards, so we got to see where we are. It's a good way to test our team, to see if we're really ready to play at Bel Air's level. Bel Air's improved greatly over last year. We look forward to our matchup with them.
Should be a great Galway game. Good luck to you tonight and the rest of the year.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Coach Darko. Good luck to both teams. Stay with us. It is the Eagles from Harford Christian versus the Bobcats of Bel Air. We'll be right back with the tip-off. Well, welcome into Harford Christian School in Dublin, Maryland. Bob McCone, it's just a throwback gymnasium. It just gives me a great feeling to the old gyms that we used to play in. The court is regulation size, yeah, but the bleachers and just the atmosphere takes me back a day or two.
Well, enjoy it now, because in talking to Sherry Lefevre, the athletic director here, they're making renovations as soon as the basketball season is over, and they're going to put in new bleachers and update this in many different ways. But yes, it's a unique place. It's a very nice looking place.
Beautiful place there. The MSAC, let me try it again. It's the MACSAC, the Maryland Association Christian Schools Athletic Conference. This team that we're watching, the Harford Christian Eagles, won the league last year. They were 9-1, had a final record of 16, actually 19-8 last year. They defeated this Bel Air team on the Bel Air floor last year, 67-60. So the Bobcats maybe have a little revenge on their mind, Bob.
Well, they probably do. The question is, are they going to get it?
Yeah.
Bel Air has struggled a bit up to this point. They're 1-3. Harford Christian is 4-2 at this point. Now everybody tells me there's a difference in the caliber of teams that they play.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that's evident tonight. Obviously last year when they beat them, that didn't have an effect on who they played. So we'll see. Both teams have decent size.
Yeah.
Um, so it's going to be a very interesting basketball game.
And Bob, as a former high school coach, when you get a transfer who comes in of the nature of Cam Miller, we're talking about for the Bel Air Bobcats, came in from Ben Franklin down in the city of Baltimore, averaging 19 points a game. That's like, the Santa Claus is just giving you this gift at Christmas time that you just can't thank him enough.
For 10 years I coached high school basketball. I never
Never.
got one of those transfers.
Yeah.
I was real happy that none of my players who could play left.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, would be fantastic to get a young man who could come in and who could play.
Well, this Cam Miller, a double-double. He's got 19 points a game and 12 rebounds. And, Bob, you were talking about the Bobcats. Yes, they've lost 3 games. They were ahead of Joppatown, lost there by 15. They lost by 5 to Elkton. They lost by 8 to Patterson Mills. So they've been in every game and been very competitive, so they just have to take that next step.
Yeah, well, that's actually some competitive teams.
Yeah.
Joppatown's good every year. Now that they have their new head coach this year, John Brooks, there's a feeling out process for them. Patterson Mill has been excellent over the last few years, but they graduated a lot of people last year, and they're getting a little feel. And Elkton's been a very good basketball program this entire year so far.
Yeah.
So, that's a pretty decent schedule for them.
It really is. Now, the Harford Christian Eagles, they're 3-0 in their league, the MACSAC. Again, as we said, they won it last year. Brian Akers. Brian is only a third-year head coach here of the boys, but he coached the girls' teams here at Harford Christian for many, many, many years and was very successful there. We're watching now as the Principal Wilson does the announcing. It's kind of nice that your principal is the PA director as well.
He's reading the Harford County Cable Network's schedule for this game coming up.
Which is being streamed live. So, Bob, folks out there are watching us in Thailand or somewhere around the world live.
That has to be scary.
And of course, the Harford Christian Eagles, a little different than the public schools. They will have a prayer here before the game starts.
I wonder what our new superintendent's thinking at this point.
God our Father, we pause in our evening and acknowledge you as the one and only God and Creator, and thank you for the good gifts that come from your hand. We thank you for each of the athletes that we'll see tonight exercise gifts of skill and judgment and intuition, and we're reminded that these are bodies that are fearfully and wonderfully made by thy hand. We ask your watch, care, and protection over this contest. We pray for a good spirit from spectators, coaches, and players, that we would honor and respect the authority of our governing authority in the form of officials tonight who will call this game. We pray that all that is done here would be honor and glorifying unto thee, and would receive it as such. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yeah, a little different atmosphere. So happy to see it. And now to honor our country,
That quieted the place.
our national anthem. And we're now just about ready to get underway.
Hey, Don.
Yeah.
Harford Christian has a 100-point or 1,000-point club membership up there.
Yeah.
The graduate last year, Derek Orr, scored 1,661, 300 more than any player prior to that.
Yeah, we saw Derek Orr last year against North Harford in the game that we telecast. You're seeing the starting lineups being introduced. First of all, for the visiting Bel Air Bobcats, 30 is Andrew Trenetic. 15, that is Caden Morris.
Number 10.
Yeah, 10 is Josh Stokeham,
Number
the
4.
5'11 senior. 4 is Hunter Ruse.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, 4.
Yeah, number 50, that's Ray Burrows. Now you're seeing the Harford Christian team being introduced. The 0 is Darius Bacote.
Number 3.
Seth Giro.
21.
21 is Michael Drew Jr., the young man that we're told to look out for, a junior who was an all-star
Number
last year as a
22.
sophomore. And Bryce Smith, the big
And-
6'4 junior.
And number 23.
That's Houston Howell. Both of them 6'4", Bob. So you're talking about a school that has only 300 total kids from age 4 through 12th grade. They've got 2 6'4 kids.
Well, it
That's
looks
not
like
a bad
they have.
thing.
Looks like they have a couple sitting on the bench, or 6'3" kids sitting on the bench too.
Absolutely. So good size.
Uh,
You know, we talked about Brian Akers, the coach. He coached the girls teams here, 373, 224. He coached from 93 to 2016. Bob,
Wow.
during that time, they won 9 state titles.
Wow.
Not a bad thing.
No, that's impressive.
And now Brian, who graduated 1985 from Harford Christian, is back coaching the boys varsity team. We're just about ready to get underway. The white-clad Harford Christian Eagles against the blue and white and red Bel Air Bobcats. Cam Miller, Josh Stokeham, Caden Morris, Andrew Trenetic, and Ray Burrows for the Bel Air Bobcats, who get the tip, and we're underway in the
All
hands
right,
of
well,
Josh Stokeham.
Well, Harford Christian starting out in man-to-man defense, so that's going to be exciting for me. Bel Air's running kind of a 1-4, and they just rubbed them off. And
Driving one-hander, unable to convert. That was Cam
Wow.
Miller, the young man we talked about, the transfer out of Ben Franklin School.
well, that was actually a very, very nice play. He just didn't finish.
Looking for the 3 from the corner. Good. That's by Michael Drew. So Michael Drew, the young man who was a all-star last year as a sophomore, gets his team up 3-0.
Now Bel Air's in the. Yep, they're still in the. Or Harford Christian's still in the man and travel.
The travel is called.
He had his feet going before he put that ball down. He was in a hurry to get to the basket.
James Urey with the call. 3-0. The Harford Christian Eagles have broken on top.
This is a great gym to play basketball in, man. Everybody's, you know, the crowd's right up on top of it. It's right in front of you. Oh, you have to love it. Bel Air's in the 2-1-2 zone.
And nice job by the Bobcats. And stepping back court was Darius Bacote.
They kept,
Darius picked the ball up, Bob. You don't want to do that.
yeah, and then they started bodying him until he stepped back into the backcourt.
Darius Bacote is sophomore, first year playing here on the varsity level at Harford Christian. And another travel call. So we've seen 3 violations here in quick order. Darius Bacote, the first year sophomore, 5'11".
Bel Air's in a 1-3-1 now, trapping.
Moving the ball very well of the Christian Eagles. From the corner, Drew looks at it, gives it up. Back to Drew, looking for the 3 again, gives it up, drives to the baseline. Shot clock down to 10. Shot clock at 4, and the basket is converted. Good job keeping it alive with Houston Howell.
Very
5-0 lead.
A very nice play. Anytime you can get the ball inside, one-on-one, your big man has to go score, which Houston did. Excellent play.
Down inside, nice give and go, good play.
Nice pick and roll.
That's Cam Miller. Miller with his first 2 points, and 19 points a game, 12 rebounds. 5-2 our score.
It's going to be interesting if both teams takes the ball inside. It's a little unusual in today's game because everybody wants to shoot the 3.
There's Drew with the 3 from the corner off the front rim, no good. Nice rebound by Houston.
Yep. Big man, you got to block him out.
Houston Howell with a rebound, gets the ball off his fingertips. Recovered and out of bounds it goes. Off the Bobcats, it'll stay with the Eagles. Bacote to trigger it in. Looking for Drew, gets it to him. Drew thinks about the 3, drives it, puts it up one-handed, doesn't hit iron. Rebound comes off long.
Very nice tip by number 50 for Bel Air, Raymond
Ray
Burrows.
And Trenetic comes down with the ball. Foul is called, our first foul of the game. Looks like the call is going to go against Seth Giro. First foul of the game.
I think when everybody settles down, this is going to be a pretty good basketball game.
Trednetic, 5 points a game, 4 rebounds a game. Leaves it short. Trednetic headed for Penn State next year, or a year after, actually. Just a junior.
And what is he going to do at Penn State?
He's a lacrosse player, but I'm not sure whether he's going to play the game there. Makes the second one.
Nice size young man. It's thick across the chest. Looks like a lacrosse player.
Michael Drew, a young man who was much more slender as a sophomore last year, has put on some size. Gets the ball back.
He looks like he could still grow.
Looking for 3. Off the back. No, didn't hit the iron. Rebound comes to Bel Air Bobcats in the hands of Josh Stocum. Here comes Stocum, the senior 5'11" point guard.
Screen and roll.
Drew can't get it to fall. I say Drew, not to Drew, but Cam Miller. Rebound comes off to Drew. Into the corner, looking for that 3. No, gives it up, back out front. Nice give and go movement there, Bob.
It's a nice triangle game going on, but they didn't go to the basket. And
taken away by the Bobcats. That's Morris. Morris driving, can't get it to fall. Good rebound by Trednetic. Looking for the long 3. Good.
Oh,
that's Stocum.
That's a very nice shot right there.
As the Bobcats now take the lead at 6-5. Well, that
nice.
was smooth.
It was nice, soft. It's the kind of shot I always wish I had.
Well, he didn't have the 3-point line then, Bob. Driving, no good. Rebound.
Yeah, I would have been happy with that from 2.
Ray Burrows. Bobcats have the 1-point lead. We're just about halfway through the first period. Looking for another 3. That's a little back of the back rim. Nice rebound, though, and the foul is going to be called. Ray Burrows with that rebound.
Yeah, his feet weren't completely set at the basket on that shot.
Yeah.
He was just a little bit out of line, and he just missed by a little bit. Bel Air's running some nice stuff right here. I'm enjoying watching their offense at this point.
Boy, for Giro, Bob, that's his second foul.
Yeah, I don't.
He's going to sit down. They're going to bring in number 5. That's Than Thimes.
Oh man, what fun you could! Can you imagine his parents' name? Trying to pick out a first name for him.
Ethan Thimes is his name.
I mean, you could call him good.
Oh,
could call him bad.
You're just so bad.
Could call him some.
Send all your cards and letters to Bob McCone.
I mean, I could just love to heard that discussion. Well, what do you want to name this child? Sad.
Taken away by the Bobcats. Driving for the basket, he's fouled. The shot will not fall. Cam Miller goes to the line. He'll shoot 2.
It's interesting where they play Cam Miller, how high they play him on defense, and then they get him out and try to get him some easy baskets, and he's so big and strong that if he gets close to the basket, you almost have to foul him to keep him from laying the ball in.
19 points a game, 12 rebounds, 4 blocks a game. Transferred out of Ben Franklin High School down in Baltimore City.
Yeah, and let's throw our thank you in to Miss Sherry Lefevre, athletic director here at Harford Christian, for setting everything up, getting everything ready for us, and giving us a great welcome. So
absolutely,
Miss Lefevre, thank you.
Little jump shot from the foul line, no good. Helps to the rebound.
That was a leaning to the left and leaning back. That's a tough shot.
Michael Drew with that rebound. Yeah, we've seen him twice be a little off balance. Pass just a bit tall.
And his first shot was perfect.
Yeah. Ball's going to stay here with the Eagles. Yeah, there are 2 Eagle teams in Harford County, Bob. The
Yes,
Aberdeen Eagles and the Harford Christian Eagles. That's going to be.
Well, that's not a backcourt. You can throw the ball in the backcourt from under the basket out of bounds. Now, if he would have touched it in the front half court and then go, great steal here from Cam Miller.
Miller drives. Foul is going to be called.
Now, my question, if I was a coach right now at Bel Air, I'd be asking, wait a minute, that's not an intentional foul?
Yep.
I mean, he grabbed him down low as he's going up to shoot the basket, trying to.
So it's only 2 shots, not 3. Makes the first.
Well, the intentional would have given him the ball back. He would have had to had another 2
Right.
and the ball back. So, or something along those lines.
9-5 the score. The Bobcats were trailing 5-1. Now they're suddenly ahead by 9-5 and make it 10-5. 3:12 left in the first period. Again, Miller, steal. And he's fouled again. Good sportsmanship by the 2 young men, Miller and Drew.
Well, the rule is when against the 1-3-1, when a top guy's big and strong like Cam Miller is, your pass either has to either be down, a bounce pass, or up. But that pass was right in the hand range, and as soon as the pass was made and the hand went out, it was right at the spot for the hand.
Yep. Miller said, "Thank you very much. I'll take it the other way."
And this is his 7th free throw for the first quarter.
Yeah. And he's now made the last 4 in a row.
I could score a lot of points making all those free throws.
Inside 3 minutes now left in this first. Bacote picks up the ball again. He's double teamed, then calls a timeout. Smart play that time. Not smart to pick the ball up, but smart to call the timeout because he was in a lot of trouble.
Well, what has to happen is
No,
these guards, before these guards come across.
1 sec, they didn't give him the timeout. They called the violation.
Yeah, these guards didn't. They need to look and pass up instead of trying to dribble through and pick up, because that only gets them in trouble.
Howell gets the rebound, is fouled. Ball will go to Harford Christian.
The key right here has been Bel Air's 1-3-1 half-court trap.
Well, Bel Air is moving on defense, Bob.
Oh, they are. They're working very, very hard, and that's how you beat it.
Bacote with the driving one-hander. Nice rebound. Oh, that's a great play by Houston Howell.
That's one way you beat a zone is you attack the offensive glass, and while the defensive players are a little out of position, you can get to the glass and make some putbacks.
Howell has 4. Great pass. Can't convert though. Bobcats have a good move, just couldn't get it converted.
Yeah, Josh Slocum with a great pass and a layup that missed that really should have been in.
Taken away by Hunter.
Now get on the other side, Cam. There you go.
Miller with the basket.
Nice play. Very nice play in Bel Air by number 4,
Hunter Roos. Yeah, great running back, Hunter Roos. Played in the All-Star game here recently.
See, one of the ways they're trapping is they're in the 1-3-1, they're bringing the middleman and they're chasing him up top and running him wild. Now you have to have an athlete to do that, and obviously Hunter's an athlete. And
see some of the crowd here at Harford Christian. Nice crowd for a Thursday evening. Bob McCone, by the way, Happy New Year.
It has been a nice, it was a great holiday, and looking forward to this year.
Hunter Roos, nice give. Can't convert. Taken away by the Bobcats, though. Battle inside, and it ends up in the hands of the Bobcats. Great play. Nice play by Brandon Kestner.
Yeah, missed the first easy opportunity he had and then made a tough shot. But he kept at it, which is the important thing.
Inside a minute now. Foul is going to be called.
Well, Bel Air's giving Cam Miller a little rest now. And they have number 32, Adam Piercy, up on top now. And he's still a nice size young man, 6'2", 6'3", with some long arms.
Transfer from John Carroll, so 2 big transfers for Alex Darko. Inside a minute. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Bacote driving, puts up a little floater, won't fall.
I don't like that. The only reason I don't like that shot is he does it all with one hand.
Kestner
and if you get bumped, can't do that. That's a travel.
Up and down, and the travel is called, and it will go to Harford Christian.
But if you got the ball only in one hand and make a shot like that, if you get bumped at all, the shot's going to go off, and it might not be a foul. You got to get 2 hands on that ball, be strong with it, and let it go at the last second.
Unless you have Dr. J hands.
Well, that's another story.
Then you can palm the ball all you want. 33 seconds.
Now move the ball. Don't hold the ball.
Oh, nice block. Good takeaway. That's again Kestner. Boy, he's done a good job off the bench.
Yeah. Evan Coombs just turned around and put the ball right in his face, and he got it blocked.
That looked like a pass, ended up being a shot. Comes back to the Bobcats, looking for three. It's long.
And that was a shot that looked like it was a pass.
Off Howell's hands, and so the Bobcats will hold possession, leading by 16-7.
Okay, let's see. Harford Christian is still in their man, out of bounds. And here we go. Oh, there we go. Had the right idea. They were going to screen for the guy coming in out of bounds.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Good if it goes. And off the back of the rim, no good. And so our first period comes to an end. 16-7. Bob, the Bel Air Bobcats, slow start, but once they got it together and Cam Miller got loosened, it was all Bel Air.
Well, their 1-3-1 half-court press putting a lot of pressure on the Harford Christian guards, and they have, what, at least 4 turnovers, that led to some easy baskets for them. And the second part is they're getting the basketball inside, and they're being effective inside. And if they miss the layup, they're getting fouled, and they're going to the free throw line. And that's not happening at the Harford Christian end.
8 points for Cam Miller. Cam, as you said, Bob, has 4 out of 6 from the free throw line, 2 baskets, and he's well on the way to matching that 19-point average that he has. I'm impressed with him. He's an athlete.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's played within himself the whole time. Hasn't tried to do anything fancy, what he can't do. He's just been solid. A great job on the top of the zone, and is the top man in the 1-3-1. So we've analyzed Harford Christian, we've analyzed Bel Air. Now we got to give the officials some credit. They had a good first period, so we're going to try to go 2 for 2.
Oh, you are just incorrigible. Officials standing like 1 foot away from us. That's the only nice thing you've ever said about an official. Boy, that Bobcat stifling defense.
Look, they're jumping and climbing on people here. Look inside.
The coach in Bob says, come on. Looking to the corner. Shot clock is inside 10. Bacote. Shot clock at 5, and now the travel is called. Well, I'm impressed with the Bobcat defense. Bob.
Yeah, I know if I were a big man in Harford Christian right now, I'd be grabbing some guards at halftime and saying, hey, look, I'm telling you where the ball's coming. And you better throw it into me inside.
Nice pass
and
inside.
There's a major part of the difference right there. Bel Air flashes inside, they throw the pass into him, catch it, layup.
Zach Liberto with the basket, Ruse with the pass. There's Drew with the drive, he's fouled.
That was through a lot of traffic, that drive.
Michael Drew, the 6'2" junior, his 3rd year playing varsity basketball.
And I'm sure Bel Air has a rule for the middleman in that zone. When a guy drives the middle like that, he has to step totally in front of him and stop him from penetrating. Didn't do it.
Well, Drew with a nice, smooth free throw. Rustled the net as it went through.
Hey, Raymond Barrows back in the ball game for the Bobcats.
Makes the second. Eagles started at a 5-1 lead and trailed quickly in that first period.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Now Harford Christian's in the 2-3 zone.
Travel.
And there was an unforced error right there because they made the pass into Ray Barrows, and all he had to do was catch it and make the right move, but his feet went faster than his.
Ruse with the interception. Left-handed layup, can't get it to fall, but the follow is good. That by Adam Piercy.
It's a great steal by Ruse, and I mean, coming from that middle spot in a 1-3-1, see, he just chases and runs, and he obviously has endless energy.
Yeah.
I mean, he just keeps going.
I loved watching him as a running back, Bob, for the Bel Air Bobcat football team.
Which football game did we do this year, Don, that the running back was hurt in?
Rouge, yeah, the Bel Air John Carroll game, exactly.
Oh, I thought he'd be out longer than.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good running back,
yes,
man. I enjoyed watching him play.
Nice driving one-hander, can't get it to fall, still staying with it. Finally, a foul is going to be called. That was Ray Burrows trying to get his own rebound and ended up committing the foul.
Well, there's usually a rule when you're close to the basket or anywhere else on the floor. When you want to shoot the basketball, you have to get it over the front rim.
I've heard that. It's like my putts. You can't leave it short if you expect to make it, right? You got to get it to the hole.
I've seen your 3-foot putts.
Yeah, yeah. So has Paul Metzger, our golfing buddy. Knocked out of bounds by Burrows. So impressed with the Bobcats, Bob, their hustle.
They're doing a great job defensively.
Boy, Miller's been out for about 2 minutes now. He's back
now
in
he's
the ball
back
game.
in.
Yeah, they took him out maybe a minute and a half left in the first period.
Well, they've got him in. They've got him now in the bottom spot in the 1-3-1.
Bacote blocked from behind. Great job there by 32 Piercy. Long on the 3. Miller
Look
with
up.
the rebound.
That's my other pet peeve. Guys get rebounds and they never look up toward their end, their offensive end. You never know who's breaking down there. You know, and you might be giving up an easy basket by not looking, and he may have that time.
Off the fingertips of the Bobcats. Goes
Never
over
hurts to
to,
look. You can
the
always
Eagles.
come back and make the same pass. Okay, now let's get the ball, swing it and get the ball inside.
There's the swing. Now
Now-
they do
now
get it
the-
inside, but Miller takes it away. Unable to make the catch was
You got to
Houston
catch
Howell.
it. Yep. Here we go.
To Miller. Little scoop shot. Nice play by Houston.
Yep.
Houston Howell.
That was a good call by the official. That was a jump ball. Wasn't a foul. So
Alternating possession stays with the Bel Air Bobcats.
that's 2 nice things I've said about officials tonight.
Yes, you have, and he was out of earshot too.
Yes.
You wasted that one. Hey, that's a nice little quick
Nice
turnover.
hands by the AD over there, making a catch of the ball and a nice pass to get it ready to go.
Sherry Lefevre. Yeah, she's really helped us out a lot. The sight lines here are difficult. So Mark Zervis, our director, and
Bounce it
Sherry
to the middle.
Lefevre were walking together. No, couldn't get the pass where it needed to be.
Bel Air's getting their hands into the passing lanes, and they're moving them, and they're following the ball, doing an excellent job.
Again, really impressed with the hustle of the Bel Air Bobcats. Team that's 1-3.
You know, Harford Christian's in there.
Miller
2-3.
can't get that to fall. Houston Howell with the rebound. Here's Michael Drew. Driving one
There's
to
some
Michael
athleticism.
Drew.
And that's one way you beat a zone also. You get it down before it gets set up, and you attack the basket.
Drew with 7. He's got 4 here in this second period. Inside driving, can't get the ball to fall. Rebound comes off to Bryce Smith.
See, the other thing I like to see in that, when they get the ball into Bel Air in the post, in that high post, is to have somebody cut low post and
Looking for 3, can't get it to hit the rim. Well, nice job moving it from side to side, but the 3-pointer wasn't there. Hunter Roos coming off the bench now. He's played a whale of a game so far, leading this Bel Air team.
he's done a very, very nice job, particularly defensively. And now he's playing point guard for them.
Yeah. That's Roos number 4. Spots Miller, gets it back outside.
Inside,
looking
outside.
for the 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Miller, nobody boxed him out. Got the rebound, the long rebound. Inside, 4 minutes left in the half. Miller looking for the standstill 3. Didn't look like he had his body into that one, Bob.
His ball was a little bit blocked, but
Yeah.
I didn't like the shot very much anyway.
Dribbling into trouble, getting out of there. Howell with the basketball. Inside it comes. Smith. Miller with the block, with the foul is called.
Nice fake.
Yeah, it was.
That was a nice move by Bryce Schmidt.
Bryce will go
Nice
the line.
head body fake, got the man up in the air. Then he went up and got the foul.
He'll shoot 2, and for Miller, that's his 2nd foul. Misses the first. Let's see if Miller sits down.
Yeah,
He will. Alex Darko doesn't want Miller to pick up that 3rd foul before the end of the half.
you have to have a special player, as far as I'm concerned, to stay on the floor, not to get his 3rd foul in the first half.
And Brandon Kestner coming in. Kestner did a great job off the bench there in that first half, in the first period.
He did well. Yes.
Back in the game now. 30 is Andrew Ternetic.
He's back at the point. Slocum is over on the one side, number 10, and Caden
Nice
Morris is
reverse
over here on the
one-hander. That's Brandon Kessner, the young man who just came in the ball game. His fourth point. Drew battling, gets the ball back. Cross period. Hunter Houston with the drive. I should say Houston Howell.
See, the lanes are there to drive. But if they get some people inside and move the basketball instead of holding it and not looking, nice pass.
Oh, nice block, too.
Was
by
excellent.
Houston Howell. Let's see what the hell is. A charge
No
is
basket.
called. Take the basket away. The foul
Yes.
is going to be on the drive. 10, Josh Stokely.
Yep.
Fifth foul on the team. Check it, sixth foul now on the team. One more, and the Christian Eagles are going to be shooting the 1-and-1.
Move it.
The Bobcat defense just give Alex Darko and the Bel Air team. I mean, they are just hustling.
It's been intimidating. It's cut off a lot of the passing lanes. That's a travel. Yep.
Yep. Mr. Urey says, I agree with you, Mr. McCone.
Smart man.
Nice to have somebody agree with you once in a while, isn't it?
It's not my wife, that's for sure. Swing it.
Drive is no good. Rebound comes off into the hands of 25. That's Evan Coombs. Nice story about Evan Coombs playing his first basketball game in about a year and a half. In fact, 2 years to be exact. Nice inside pass. Foul is going to be called. That's Luke Taylor who'll go to the line. Luke will shoot two. Foul is going to be on Ruse. Yep, his first. 17 fouls. This will be two shots anyhow.
It's a two-handed kind of turn shot. The spin was on the side instead of
Ball had
front
a
to back.
weird rotation.
Yeah.
We're telling you about Coombs. This young man had an ACL, LCL, PCL, MCL, and hamstring injury all at the same time, January of 2017. Violation, so that will eliminate the basket. Nope, violation, against Harford Christian, so take the point away.
Now Harford Christian has two guys up pressing, but no one else. So as Bel Air brings the ball, they just back up and look.
Looking for the three. He'll shoot the two instead. Off the back of the backboard. Rebound from behind. He's fouled.
Nice positioning by Brandon Kessner.
Yeah, Kessner has done a great job off the bench.
Yeah, nice inside positioning there, blocking his man out instead of the man blocking him out. He gets the rebound, and as he puts it up, he gets fouled for two.
Foul on Houston Howell, his first. Makes the first. Kessner now with 5 points off the bench.
We have a substitution again. Number 4, Dallas Kane is in the basketball game.
Kane, a 6'2"
Luke
junior.
Taylor.
Makes the second.
That's two nice looking free throws there. All right.
Coming up on the 1 minute mark left in the half. Travel is going to be called. Great defense by the Bobcats. Looked like they got the hand on the basketball, Bob.
Yeah, it was very close because he came down, and when he came down, it was a travel, but he got bumped right at pretty much close to the same time. So
David Snyder on the call.
yeah, official was on top of the call. So
Inside 1 minute now left in this first half. Shot clock at 15.
there's the wide open
From the
shot.
corner, three-pointer, that's good.
Caden Morris.
Yep, that's his first three of the night, first points of the night.
See, one of the things that Hartford Christian is trying to do is dribble the basketball through all of this. And it's very tough to do.
Looking for this. Oh, the three on the move. That by Josh Stokely, his second three of the night.
Yeah, now see, that's the second one that he was squared right up and stepped into it and shot the ball well. Every time he steps in and is squared up, he shoots the ball extremely well that way.
8.5 seconds left, turnover. 30-13 now. Clock stops.
There's the three right here.
And he's got it.
Stepped into it, bang.
Stokely, his third three of the night. He's got 9 points. His team up by 33-13 at the half, a 20-point lead. Bob, we've seen some Bel Air Bobcat action in terms of their defense. Their defense has made their offense go, and then Stokely hit those two free three-point shots there toward the end of the half.
I will say this, Don, and in the last few years, tonight is as good as I've seen a Bel Air team play. They have talent. They're coached very well right now, and they're making plays, and they're creating the tempo, and they've actually dictated this 20-point lead.
18-13, or I should say 33-13 here at the half, a 20-point lead for the Bel Air Bobcats. We'll take a break, come back with the second half in just a moment. We're back with you at Harford Christian, where the Bel Air Bobcats, Bob, have put on a show defensively. Offensively, they just have been out-quicking, if you will, the Harford Christian Eagles.
Their defense has been suffocating, is about the best word I can think to describe the first half that they had. In their 1-3-1 trap, and they're trapping with the two wings, the top guy, and then they're trapping with the middleman, running him everywhere. And he's Hunter Hughes is quite an athlete, and he really brings some other pressure to that zone trap.
He really has. He's sort of been a spark plug for the Bel Air Bobcats. And Cam Miller, the young man that we heard about, the junior 6'4" transfer from Ben Franklin in Baltimore City, everything, Bob, that we were told he was, and that is quick, just a great athlete out there. You can tell by his body that he is, just so superior in terms of his development.
He's done a fantastic job. Like I said before the half, I think this is as talented a group at Bel Air as I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years, and I think it's kind of evident they're really starting to come together now. We have a different starting 5 for Bel Air right now, John.
Yeah, it looks like the old blue squad. Remember when the North Carolina used to have like 5 new
Mason Bosley, number 25, starting. They're starting 33, Brandon Kessner. Number 10, Josh Stokely. Number 15, Caden Morris. And number 30, Andrew Trednick.
Yeah. And not sure. It'd be nice to find out what, and we'll ask Alex Darko after the game why he decided to go to this new lineup at the beginning of the half.
And Hartford Christian's back with their starting lineup. Seth Giro now is back into the lineup. The free throws now are kind of negated when we start the second half. He has 2 now, but
well, that trapping defense for the Bobcats. Houston Howell with that rebound, by the way.
Well, the one thing that you really don't want to do if you're Hartford Christian against this is hold the basketball. You want to move it with good passes, and then cutters cutting off the back of that into the lane, make inside passes for layups.
11 seconds left on the shot clock. Taken away by the Bobcats. That was Mason Bosley with the takeaway.
Okay, I'm just checking on Darius Baycoat because he has 2 fouls and he was getting really aggressive defensively. I don't know if he wants to pick up his 3rd right away.
Oh, nice drive. Can't convert though. That was Trednick.
Yeah.
Trednick, I'm sorry.
Trednick?
Yeah, Andrew, I have practiced his name, but I want to put an extra syllable in it. Nope, they're going to say over and back. I'm not sure, Bob.
Yeah, that was a good call. His,
You
his,
think?
his left leg was from the back court. It hadn't touched the front court.
Ah,
And until it touches the front court and comes down as the second foot, he's
Very
in the back court.
good point.
So,
Good call by Mr. Uri, James Uri. Jump shot from the center.
see,
That's Stokeham.
well,
Stokeham has
I
11.
love his shot. Every time he's in perfect position, he shoots a perfect shot.
He had those three-pointers in the first half. He's now got 11 points. Almost taken away. Good anticipation by Caden Morris.
Boy, Bel Air gets their hands up high and they get their hands out wide. And they really put pressure. And even though the court's regulation, it just looks small in
Yeah,
this
it
gym.
does. Yep.
There's a steal right. Oh,
Off the
he had that
fingertips.
steal right there. And
Stokeham, nice pass. Great block from
Ooh.
behind. Good job by Morris.
I'm actually surprised they didn't call a foul on that block from behind. Usually
fingertips.
make that. They usually make that call on that.
Out of bounds it goes. Good job by the Eagles getting back on defense. 6
Oh.
minutes now left in this third period.
Although I'm not sure it wasn't the right non-call, but now swing it. Don't hold it,
Almost
swing it.
a takeaway.
Don't hold it.
Taken away. That's Stokeham. The coach takes it right back. Passes to Houston Howell, and he scores. Howell's now got 8. Team back within 20. Coming up in a hurry is Trinetic.
Oh, he settled down, which is the really smart thing to do.
Out of bounds. It's going to go to the Eagles. So the Bobcats a bit sloppy here. Alex Darko now putting in, he's going to put in Jordan Reiswick. So for some reason, Darko has decided to go with his substitutes here as we begin the second half. Now, he
You
has a
can't
20
hold the
point
ball.
lead.
You're going to lose it.
Great defense. The Bobcats are just overplaying. It looks like they've got 10 men on the floor, Bob.
Well, as long as you hold the ball on offense and let them set up and get to where they want.
Good cutoff. Timeout is
you know,
called by the Bobcats.
That's every time you catch the basketball against that pressure and you stand there and hold it, you allow Bel Air to get themselves in position to be dangerous. If you would catch it, look good, make the pass, the right pass right away. The next guy look, make the right pass right away. You know, next thing you know, you're either shooting a layup or you're shooting a wide open three.
Yep. Bobcats are not letting the Harford Christian Eagles set up. They're just, dominating. They're sort of dictating what's going to happen.
You watch what happens. When a Harford Christian player catches the basketball, he holds the ball and starts to look around. Holds the ball, starts. By that time, the hands are all over him, and the pressure is immense. You know, catch it, turn and look, and make the right pass to the right guy right away, and then make the next pass, and it becomes much, much easier.
Alex Darko talking to his team, Mike Frisky and Brandon Mayo, the assistant coaches. Yeah, Mike Frisky, the former athletic director at Edgewood. People hear Mike Frisky, Bel Air. It's almost like, no, that can't be. Well, he transferred to Bel Air this year. Loving life at the Bobcats. Stokeham,
Nice
give and
pick
go.
and roll, yes.
And nice roll. Jordan
Yes.
Reiswick with the basket.
Beautiful play.
That's what a coach likes to see, right, Bob?
I love it. Now move it. Don't dribble it, just move it.
Drew cut off in the corner. Almost a takeaway.
You see, he held that ball for about 2 seconds, and it gave the Bel Air players an opportunity to almost jump in front of that and steal that pass. Look and move it. Don't dribble it. Move it.
Lacote with a long three. Won't fall. Michael Drew saves it in bounds. Good job by Drew. Basket, yes, it falls.
There you go. They got the ball inside.
Bryce Smith with the basket.
It's a great pass, saving the ball from out of bounds inside right to the big man next to the basket. But they need to look for him inside next to the basket and move the ball till they get him there.
Keshner with the foul and the three-point play for for Bryce Smith. Back to 19 now is the lead at 37-18. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the third period. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Taken away. That's Smith with the basketball. Picked up by Fan Times. From the corner. Will not hit. And the ball is thrown out of bounds.
To see if he was a senior.
Yeah, Stokely is a senior. Good job by Tredenik, able to move the ball. Scooping one-hander, won't fall. That by Morris. Will stay here with the Bobcats. 37-18 as you see our score.
Well, out of bounds play. Let's see what Bel Air runs. There's a diagonal screen, but nobody used it.
No foul call. Blocked instead. Marquez Kimbrough with the drive. LaCote now trying to get it to his player. Howe gets the rebound. Foul is going to be called. I think it's going to be called on 15, Caden Morris. Yep, that's the foul on Morris. It was 33-13 at the half. 37-18 now. Shot from the corner. In and out it goes. Boy, that would have been a big one to get the.
That would have helped with some momentum, wouldn't it?
Taken away. Nice job by Bryce Smith. Smith's come up big here in this third period. LaCote. Cross-court pass. Oh, what a nice play. That's Morris. Driving, got it to fall. Caden Morris with the basket. Timeout here. Houston Howell looks like he was hit in the nose perhaps, and so the officials wisely called the timeout. I was impressed that time with Caden Morris.
Now we're just kind of going back and forth now. Bel Air has Marquise Kimbrough in the ball game now. Here, number 5.
Smith gives it up to Drew. Drew drives, gets it to fall. He's fouled. Michael Drew Jr. He's now got 9 with a chance to make into double figures.
You know, they quickly moved the ball to the corner, and he had an opportunity to drive for free baseline, and then he made the basket and got fouled.
Again, an all-league player last year. I'm going to call Kimbrough with a violation, so Drew will get to shoot it again. Bob all-league as a sophomore last year, and we're talking about Michael Drew Jr. This time he makes it.
Yeah, you give him another free one, you usually give up a point.
I can see why Kimbrough was anxious. He must have been giving up about 3 inches to Bryce Smith, maybe 4 or 5 inches, if that. Rue's in the ball game, number 4. And the driving one-hander Miller back in the game.
Wow, you talk about a lane. It was almost like they had a painted line to follow to the basket, and nobody stepped in to
and Cam Miller
stop
said,
it.
I'll take advantage of that. The coach driving. Thinking about the 3. Now a little short jumper from the elbow. No good. Ruse with the rebound. What a great outlet to Miller. Miller drives. Looks like he may have been fouled. Nothing was called.
Not may have been. It was actually an intentional foul almost. He did everything almost but grab the guy to stop from shooting.
And the foul was not called. Miller didn't get the basket. Timeout is called. 1:21 left here in this period.
I like Cam Miller's demeanor, though. It's like, okay, I got fouled, I got knocked down, but, you know, it's okay. They make mistakes, I'll make mistakes, and let's go play.
Well, I agree, Bob. That's a great call. Cam Miller, you know, in a different circumstance, a different kind of character, he would have said, hey, gotten in somebody's face, you know, maybe gotten a technical foul or something. He realized, hey, I didn't get the call. Nothing I can do will help.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the officials are doing a great job, Bob.
you mean all except for that last call or non-call?
James Jury is
I
standing
thought
right in front of us.
I thought that was almost an intentional foul.
Josh Stokeham to trigger the ball in.
Here we go.
Bob, I like being right on the court here, you know?
It's nice. I mean, these are the $500 seats right here.
How much did you pay? Stokeham got the three.
See, every time he catches and he's squared, he's an excellent shooter. I really like watching him shoot the basketball.
He's got 14 points, does Josh Stokeham. Averaging 8 points a game.
And I actually saw him get an assist, so I don't have a complaint with him.
He's got 4 threes and a 2, does Josh Stokeham.
Here we go, Harford Christian out of bounds against the Bel Air zone here. Throw it back to half court and set up. Look inside, you had him, you missed him. Next guy, go high-low.
And taken away.
Except throw it to your guy.
Stokeham gets the interception. 40 seconds and counting left here in this third period of play. Stokeham sets, shoots off the front of the rim.
He didn't get his elbow up high enough on the shot, so it hit the front of the rim.
Smith looking, throws it just a bit wide. That's when your big man tries to be your point guard.
That sounds like Bob Euchre. Just a bit wide.
Just a little outside. Yeah, one of the great movies of all time. Must be in the front row. What a ruse. Kimbrough recovers the basketball. Marquez Kimbrough, also a football all-star. 8 seconds. Miller setting up. Gives up the shot. Stokeham with the long. Well, that one had gone, Bob. That was an NBA 3-point.
I didn't think that was going to go. That was a tough shot. He was contested and wasn't square to the basket. Yeah, it was a buzzer shot. Try to beat the buzzer shot.
Well, he's got 14 again. That's 6 above his average.
And it was still close.
Average. Yeah, it was. He's just a good shooter, Bob.
He is absolutely, especially when he's a good shooter, when he's really squared and looking at the basket, when he shoots the ball really well.
44-21, the score, the Bel Air Bobcats. Remember, this is a team last year, Bob, that lost 67-60 against the Harford Christian Eagles at Bel Air.
Well, you can see what 2 transfers do, for one thing. And then depending on what the Bel Air JV team was like, you know, the kids who came up from the JV team last year, you know, what they've added to this. Plus the couple seniors that Bel Air has that have been playing well for them, like 2 of them in front of me.
44-21 as we enter the final period. Great driving one-hander Cam Miller.
The old 1-4 play where you get the ball into the post guy and the other inside guy comes and screens for you and you roll right off the post to the basket.
Stokeham right on his man. Off the fingertips.
See, now that was the right pass. He had a cutter coming to the basket.
Miller with a great save. Bangs it off the Harford Christian Eagle player, and it will stay with the Bel Air Bobcats.
And they're both laughing at the play. Oh man, it got me good.
Yeah. Shows the great athletic ability of Cam Miller. Able to save that ball inbounds. Hunter Ruse, give and go back, can't go.
I like that play. I really like that give and go with the guy coming from out of bounds.
All right, gentlemen, 2 tries. 2.
Ray Burrows to shoot 2. Makes the first. He's got 3 points. Bobcats have really spread out the scoring.
Well, he's played a lot of people, for one thing.
10 players have scored for the Bobcats. Rebound by Miller. But Cam Miller's so unselfish, Bob. I'm impressed everything about this young man. And I'm impressed with that little right-handed roll shot.
That's strength there. I mean, he shot that where he should have shot it left-handed with his right hand. And if you're going to do that, you have to have a great, strong right hand, which he did.
Stokeham
or does.
with the interception. Gives it up from the side. No good. Rebound. Battle for by Burrows. Out of bounds it goes. It'll go to Harford Christian. Hunter Ruse, one of the two players for the Bobcats yet to score tonight, but I tell you what, he's made a difference in the game.
He was the whole defensive pressure for them in the first half. Scoring's overrated anyway.
Yeah. It's like Major League pitchers, wins are overrated. Quality starts probably the most overrated stat. Miller. Hunter Ruse says, hey, I want to get in the scoring column. Puts up that left-handed. Did he realize he was a left-hander?
Yep, he's been a left-hander all evening.
He's been handling the ball. First time I've seen him shoot, actually.
You have to watch the warm-ups.
Oh.
So you know which guys shoot which hand, so you can tell your players if you don't have a scouting report on them. There you go. Nice high low. That's what I've been looking for the whole night from them.
Get it to fall. Here's Ruse. Great pass. Miller can't convert it. Wow.
I don't know how that pass got through. Oh, there's a tackle.
Mr. Stokeham came up and said, how do you do?
That's a collision. Mr. Stokeham's a little bit smaller than Mr. Howell there.
Smith and Bacote coming in the ball game for Harford Christian. Sitting down is Evan Coombs.
Well, Harford Christian has 10 players suited up tonight, and everybody has played.
We talked about Evan Coombs. This is his first basketball game in 2 years. So good to see him on the floor.
There you go. Got the ball inside.
Bryce Smith with the basket. He's got 5. There's a three-pointer. No good. Drew with the rebound.
He must have been feeling it to let it go like that. Coach Darko hasn't moved off the bench.
Inside the three-point lane. It's good. That basket by Seth Giro. His first points of the night just inside the three-point range.
It's the hardest shot in basketball anymore, at least percentage-wise. You only get 2 points for that shot.
Ruse looking for Miller. Burrows back out to Ruse. Ruse shoots the second one. No, it won't go again.
That's what you want to call that.
And the shot rolls around and won't go as Giro can't get it to fall. Ruse gives it up. Won't fall. Burrows with the rebound. And now Smith comes away with the basketball. Michael Drew thinks about the three, drives now. Ruse says, I never touched him.
It's jump ball.
It was all basketball. Timeout for the Bel Air Bobcats. 4:19 left in the game. The Bobcats coming in at 1-3, Bob. They have really shown that this team, I think, is going to develop. You're telling me 2?
He's coming in the ball game.
Zach Liberto. First time that we've seen. No, Zach got 2 points in the second period. Again, you mentioned there's some of the crowd you see here, and you can see this probably reminds me a little bit of Johns Hopkins, your team that you coached for 25 years there.
What reminds you of Johns
Just
Hopkins?
the like intimacy of the
gym?
bleachers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopkins has a few more rows, but not a lot on both sides, and then they have the big bleachers at the end of the one area, and then the other one actually is an open end that's screened off and walled off that goes into another gym.
And I see, Bob, that the football coach at Hopkins passed away.
Jim Margraf passed away, was it yesterday morning?
58 years old, I think.
Yeah, he was an absolutely fantastic person.
Ruse with the interception. Now he doesn't get his first basket of the night. The follow-up is no good, and finally getting it to fall is Adam Piercy. foul will be on Ruse.
Jim has been an incredible coach at Hopkins. They got beat in the national semifinals this year. They've been a top 10 program for, geez, probably the last 15 years. They've been in the top 25 and as high up as 5 or 6. And he's done a fantastic job, but literally a better person than even a coach.
Houston Howell with the basket. Yeah, that was a tragic thing. I know the Hopkins community, of which, Bob, you're a part.
Well, I wish the best for his wife Alice and the children, because it's a great family.
Stokeham with the basket. He's now got 16.
Jimmy was a quarterback in '83, graduated in '83 from Hopkins, and starting quarterback for them. Absolutely great job for them.
Looking for three, short. Stokeham with the rebound. Liberto can't get it to fall. Rebound Williams, no good. I say Williams, I should say Cam Miller. Miller takes it away.
Well, Cam's coachable, because I heard the coach yell, Cam's, like, stop. And he did, and made the pass, and now they're setting up. Oh, good pick and roll again.
Roberto gets the basket.
Just comes in the ball game, nice high screen and roll, and rolls to the basket, pass, and layup. I love those assists.
The coach.
About 2.5 minutes left in this game.
Blocked from behind by Miller.
Yeah, that was actually an easy block, because he pulled the ball back behind his head.
Liberto. Nice rebound, nice conversion by Adam Piercy. Piercy off the bench has had a nice night too, Bob.
He has. He's come a long way tonight, doing a lot of good things.
6 points on the game. Howell from the corner, that's good. 2-pointer?
Yeah, he
Houston
was
Howell.
about 15 feet from the basket.
Howell's got 12, leads his team. Out of bounds it goes. It will go over to Harford Christian as we have new players coming in. 25, Mason Bosley for the Bobcats.
And Marquise Kimbrough again.
Here we go, Blue. Right here, Blue.
The Bobcats, they maintain possession of the ball. In the corner, Stokeham off the back of the rim, no good.
Now, he didn't have control of the basketball. He was struggling pulling it up to shoot it.
Lacote looking for the three. That's his first points of the night.
I'm not sure about that shot.
They went in.
They did, absolutely. All I know is they put 3 on the board.
Yeah. Have your classic rotation is what you're saying. Coming up on the 1 minute mark left in the game. Driving. That's Marquez Kimbrough. His first 2 of the night. Now if Hunter Ruse can score, everybody will have scored for the Bobcats. Hard to do since he's on the bench right now. That's the long 3. Roberto says, hey.
I guess he had the green light,
You can't
whenever.
score unless you shoot. Lacote driving, won't fall. Foul is going to be called. Seth Giro will go to the line.
We have a sub coming in. I think I knew who I would be taking out, but we'll see. Actually, we have 2 coming in for Harford Christian and 1 coming in for Bel Air.
Giro makes the free throw. Coming in is Jordan Reiswig. Sitting
Yes.
down is Josh Stokeham. Devin Quinlan comes in, number 44 for Harford Christian.
And 25.
Yeah, that's the young man we talked about, Evan Coons.
Coons, yeah.
Had that horrific injury to his leg. Happy to be back on the court and play. Great soccer player is Evan Kuhn.
Boy, he's a nice-sized young man.
19 seconds. Bobcats are winning this game. They'll go to 2 and 3. Miller driving, he's fouled. Miller with 14 on the night, a little bit below his seasonal average, but very impressed with, again, not only Bob, his ability, but just, as you said, the demeanor of the young man.
Yeah.
Very unselfish.
He's done an excellent job. I mean, especially, this whole game revolved around the Bel Air press in the first half, and he was the catalyst from the top for it. He and Hunter Hughes, who was in the middle and just trapping everything.
Falls in the second one. He's got 15. 9 seconds. Lacote to the corner, looking for 3, and that's good from the corner. That's Giro.
Yeah, that's a shot, but I'm not sure that's a shot, but it goes in.
60-36, the final score. The Bel Air Bobcats win it easily. And so, Bob, again, this is a non-league game. It's teams that come from different leagues. I'm impressed with the Bel Air Bobcats. I think this team is going to win some games this year.
Oh, I do too. I actually think they're going to be a competitor in their division this year. And they have a chance. I know Havre de Grace is in the division and where we're going tomorrow evening. And Havre de Grace has been playing great. They're undefeated at this particular point, but this Bel Air team can do some damage to some people, so they better be prepared.
Well, we'll take a break here, come back with some post-game activity, and we'll talk to some of the stars of the game and wrap this up for you. Don't go away. Our final score, 60-36, the Bel Air Bobcats win. We'll be right back. We're back with you at Harford Christian School, where the Bel Air Bobcats have scored a big 60-36 win over the Harford Christian Eagles. Talking to Michael Drew Jr. Michael, this team that you played tonight, I thought their defense was just stifling.
Yes, sir, they were.
How do you combat something like that, that they're just jumping your passes all the time?
We just have to be strong with the ball. We have to be patient, and we just have to look at all our options and just calm down.
Now, last year you were able to defeat this team at Bel Air. This year they come back on your floor and they get a little revenge against you.
Yes, sir, they did. Last year we had a high-powered offense. We had a good team. And this year we're just working with what we have now. We thought we'd come out here and do it. We just came out here and got better.
Well, you've got your league coming up, and you're one of the powerhouses in your league. I know that's what the big thing that you were looking for. You're champions last year. What do you do this year?
We just got to go back out there and work hard and repeat.
Well, very good. Hang with me a second. I'm going to come over and talk to a couple of the stars of the game for the Bel Air Bobcats. First of all, Cam Miller. Cam, I'll reach across and talk to you. You come out of Baltimore City, you come to Bel Air. It's a different ball game. It's a different atmosphere. Looks like your teammates have taken you to heart.
Yeah, we pretty much like during trials, we came together. We all in the classroom together, so our chemistry's there a little bit. We just got to work together for real.
I'm so impressed not only with your basketball ability, but your demeanor on the floor. A couple of times when you're fouled hard, you perhaps could have reacted a different way, but I like your sportsmanship.
Yeah, our coach just tell us, like, play through it. You can't fight no calls. Just play through it. You foul, just get back on defense.
Now you're 1-3 coming in. You're now 2-3. This didn't look like a 1-3 team tonight. What was the difference for you?
Teams we played our first 4 games, it's pretty tough, but we go over film, study, come back, practice hard, get back. We come together now, though.
Well, very good. Hang with me a second on Josh Stokam. Josh, we were talking about your three-point shooting. 4 3-pointers tonight. You had some others that looked like they were going to go down but didn't quite. Tell me about shooting the three-point shot.
I mean, when I get in the rhythm, I mean, like towards the end of the second half, I started shooting more. I mean, when I get in the rhythm, when I get like shooting, then it's okay.
I thought your 2 3-pointers there at the end of the half really made a difference for the team. It sort of widened the lead. It was a fairly close game, but after you made those 2 3-pointers, it was like 33-13 at the half, and the game was pretty much over.
Yeah, we got a good 10-0 run, which was positive for us because we were pretty close in the game, but that gave us some cushion going into the half.
I noticed in the second half, the coach started a whole different team. Tell me about that.
Well, coming out, we came out with the same team that ended the second quarter. So we just wanted to keep the rhythm going and keep shooting.
Well, good luck to you the rest of the way. The Susquehanna division is going to be tough, but I think you guys showed tonight that you're to be reckoned with.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all so much. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm going to bring in my partner. Coach, come on in here. We're going to wrap this up. 36, 60 to 36, the final score. Again, the Bobcats, I thought defense was the difference.
The first half, their 1-3-1 trap just dictated the whole first half and set the tone for the game. Put them up by, what was it at halftime? At 20
points. Yeah.
20 points at the half, and it was all because of the defense. And from there, they just basically coasted home in the second half.
I think this is a team, and you said it, Bob, in the Susquehanna division, a team that is going to be reckoned with, the Bel Air Bobcats.
They're going to have to be reckoned with, because if they can keep that kind of pressure on teams, they're going to struggle. And the interesting game for me will be the Havre de Grace game, who has some athletes, and to see if they can break that press or get down the floor ahead of that press. And if they can't, maybe Havre de Grace will throw the ball away a number of times, and it'll be an interesting game. But we're going to see Havre de Grace tomorrow night, so we'll have a better look and a better idea before we get to that game.
Cam Miller, again, the young man we interviewed, I'm impressed with him, not only with his athletic ability, but again, his demeanor on the floor.
Absolutely great. Now, he told me where he lived, which is in the Brooklyn section of Baltimore, and it's right on the borderline with Anne Arundel County. And he went to Ben Franklin High School, as he said, and it's a rough area. And he is a fine young man. So I'm glad whatever happened that got him up here, because this will be a great place for him, and he'll do this place proud. So I'm very happy with him.
And Josh Stokely, the young man, both you and I were impressed with that three-point shot he has. Again, as he squares up and he gets in rhythm, I think he's a guy that can make that shot.
Oh, he can absolutely make that shot. Squared up, it's a great shot. I mean, everything is smooth. He focuses. It's when he's a little tired, or he's not, his feet aren't under him, and he's maybe moving sideways rather than square.
Well, he led all scorers with 16 points. Cam Miller had 15. You look at this Bobcat lineup, of the 12 players on the team, 11 of them scored. We had 4 for Liberto, 2 for Kimbrough, 5 for Morris, 1 for Bosley, 6 for Tredenick, excuse me there, Andrew, I'll say your name correctly eventually. Brandon Kestner, whom I was impressed with off the bench, with 6 points. 2 for Ricewick, and Burroughs had 3. They were the scores for the Bobcats. Meantime, for the Harford Christian Eagles, 10 points for Drew, the young man that you met, and other than that, those were the big score for Harford Christian.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Liberto, when he came into the ball game, at the end of the ball game, he was going to score.
He was going to.
He was going to find a way to get his name in the book,
yep.
And he did. He did a great job coming in.
Well, that again is our final score, 60-36. The Bel Air Bobcats go to 2-3 on the year, 4-3 for the Harford Eagles, Harford Christian Eagles. Again, a game I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed being here, Bob. Sherry Lefevre, the athletic director, again made us feel very at home. It was a wonderful place to be on a Thursday night.
It was great. I'm glad we could come up here. We thank Harford Christian very much. Mr. Brian Wilson, the principal, Ms. Sherry Lefevre, the athletic director. And everyone else involved in this game.
Bob, thank you so much for coming all the way up from Anne Arundel County, as always.
Well, it's nice to be here.
All right, and thank you all for tuning in. Don Morrison, my partner Bob McCone. Again, our final score, 60-36, the Bel Air Bobcats are winners over Harford Christian. Good night, everyone.